This video, I'm going to be sharing you the best blitzes that I've found so far in Madden NFL 26. And all of these defenses are available in full mini scheme formats, as well as some in full ebook formats in my school community. If you guys want to check out our school community, I'm going to put a link to it down in the description below. But a lot of these playbooks in Madden right now, as far as my opinion, like what are the top defensive playbooks? The top defensive playbooks, in my opinion, are the Patriots playbook, the Vikings playbook, which I have right here, and then also the Packers or the Jaguars playbooks, and then maybe kind of an honorable mention is the Chiefs and the Saints. But enjoy these breakdowns of the best blitzes in Madden 26. One of the best defenses in Madden 26 is the nickel 2-4 single mug. I'm in the New England Patriots defensive playbook, and it is really good, not only because it has good blitzes, but it also has a really good way to run stunts. It has a little bit more of a spread out defensive line. It also has linebackers on the outside, so they're going to loop a little bit better. What we're going to do is we're going to show you this stunt out of the Tampa 2 in the nickel 2-4 single mug. By far the best stunt in this game as of right now is the Texas 4-man stunt. The way to select this is you're going to hold down the icon of the play in the play call menu. So as you see here, to click on Tampa 2, I'm going to hit square. So I'm just going to hold that down. That's going to bring up the stunt menu, and then I'm going to go all the way to the bottom here, and I'm going to select Texas 4-man stunt. The only other thing I need to do is spread my defensive line, and the blitz is basically set up. I can do whatever coverage adjustments I want, and what's really nice about this is I like to use my slot corner to have a little bit of a degree of symmetry. We can use the mid-read as well. Mid-reads are really good this year, and you're going to see that this stunt is just great at getting sheds, disengages, you name it. It's just good. It's a good 4-man pressure. It's something that the opponent has to actually be aware of, and I'll show it to you on this side of the ball as well. So again, nickel 2-4 single mug. We'll go Tampa 2. Go down to that Texas 4-man stunt, and again, the beauty of part 2 is like it's completely set up for you. Like the defense is completely ready to go, and you're just good to go. And as you see, the pressure can be extremely, extremely effective. The nickel 2-4 double mug is one of the best defenses in Madden 26. And in this video, we're going to show you a couple of different ways in which you can utilize it. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to basically have everything kind of normal. So like you want like auto flip on, motion response on, pretty much everything just like straight up. The only different, you can do your option stuff. So if you want to do that, but basically it's going to be mid blitz 0. And what you're going to do to set up the defense is you're going to bring the safety down, and you're going to stand about right in here. Now, the whole idea is if the running back does go on a route, you're going to want to go guard him with your user. So what I like to do here is if you actually go to the stunt menu, so you're going to do that by hitting left on the D-pad, R1, and then if you'll hold down your left trigger, or not your left trigger, your left joystick, you're not going to be able to move. So you can kind of hold down and hover right here. And essentially what's going to happen is that the running back is on a route, you're just going to run right at him. And as you can see, we're able to, get really easy coverage on the running back. Now, the other thing that you're able to do with this defense is if they want to block the running back to try to help them pick up the blitz, then what you're going to be able to do is you are going to be able to just engage with the center and still get pressure. So the way that I like to do that is, again, hold down the stunt menu and hold down on the left stick. I see that they blocked the running back. Okay, I'm just going to engage. And as you see, you're going to get pretty much instantaneous pressure. The other really cool thing that you can do within this defense is you can just simply zone people out. So what I would do is go to the Texas 4-man stunt, select that, and then I would take these linebackers and you could put them in really whatever you want. I like typically like a curl flat and a man up on the running back. And then essentially what I'm going to do with my user is put him in some type of zone, normally going to be a middle third. I'm still going to do that stunt menu trick to hold down, but this time I'm going to hold up on the joystick. So they might go with extra pass protection. They might try to do extra adjustments, but now I'm going to be in a 4-man, basically a shed defense. And you just see how effective this is. So that's the double mug defense in Madden 26. The dime rush defense out of the Philadelphia Eagles defensive playbook. And I'm going to show you how I like to run this defense. I think the best way to run dime rush, in my opinion, is to have auto flip off, defensive motion response disabled, and to really run this as primarily a switch stick optimized style of defense. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip the play. We can come out in really any play that we want to. In this example, we'll choose Tampa 2. And we're going to hold down the button of the play, and that's going to allow us to choose the Texas 4-man stunt. That's pretty much all you need to do for the defense. If you want to spread your D line, you can. It doesn't really go crazy, in my opinion, for dime rush, but it's okay. What I really like about this is it's a symmetrical defense. I can user this guy. I'm pretty good, well, pretty much going to align well no matter what they do. And as you see, this Texas four-man stunt is really good. Now, another thing that you can do with this defense is you can actually utilize the symmetrical alignment to send slot corners. So, for example, if I wanted to, I could flip it again, and I'm going to run the dime blitz 2. I'm going to hold down on it and pick that Texas four-man stunt. So as you see, I'm still getting a Texas four-man stunt. I'm just adding a slot corner, and normally that'll make it a little bit more just consistent, and you'll normally be able to get at least somebody coming in free consistently. So you can add a send 5 with the slot corners, which I think is really, really good. So that's why I like dime rush right now, a very effective defense in Madden 26. The nickel 2-4 single mug is, in my opinion, one of the best defenses in Madden 26, and it's really good pressure. We're going to show you one of the blitzes in this video, and what we're going to do for this is actually very simple. We're not going to turn it. We're going to leave auto flip on. We're just going to run this out of a base Tampa 2, and we're just going to call Tampa 2. That's all we're going to do. And then for the setup for the blitz, we're just going to blitz our linebackers straight down, and then we're going to drop this defensive end into coverage. You are free to user him too if you want to have a slot corner out here. Feel free to user this guy. But what I like to do is I like to play a kind of a roll coverage like this, where I can get a little bit more help in the middle of the field. As far as your user goes, you don't really have to stand anywhere specifically, and you're going to see that this pressure is going to be pretty consistent on that left side. I'll show it to you again. Occasionally, that defensive tackle can kind of do a weird little pass rush move. Not that big of a deal, but I do want to show it one more time. And so what you're going to see, again, all we're doing, globally blitz linebackers, you can pretty much call it like this, but if you want a little bit more coverage, then you can drop that defensive end out into coverage on the back side of the play. And as you see here, we're going to get that nice pressure at the quarterback. The dime 2-3 out of the Minnesota Vikings defense playbook is really effective for generating just kind of a basic level of pressure. I'm going to show you kind of the best way to use it. So the best way to run this defense, in my opinion, is to basically hold down the button of the play you're selecting. So in this case, it's going to be cover 4 quarters. And we're just going to hold on that button. And you're going to see we're going to go down to the Texas four-man stunt. All we're going to do with our coverage, you can actually run stock match this year. It's actually really good. But we're just going to shade it underneath. And then I'm going to stand kind of about in this area. What you're going to see is that's going to trigger this Texas four-man stunt. It's not going to come in every single time. But when it does come in, it's going to scream. Another thing that you can do to kind of help this blitz come in a little bit better is go ahead and spread your defensive line. So we'll spread our defensive line. And again, you want to kind of get more out in this area with your user down. And there you see kind of a crazy disengage. And that's why the Texas four-man stunt is the best in Madden 26. This video, I'm going to be breaking down the 3-4 tight 5-man blitz in Madden 26. What you want to do is turn auto flip off, and you want to flip the hot blitz 3. All you're going to do to set this blitz up is you're going to take this guy on the left side that's blitzing and put him in whatever zone that you want to. That's pretty much it. The blitz is completely set up at that point. And what you're going to see here is if they run a 5-out play, you're going to get pressure simply sending 5. Another thing that you can do with this defense that I really like is if you wanted to, you can actually send 4. So the way you want to run the send 4 is you're just going to take the defensive tackle here and drop him out into a zone coverage as well. So you see this is kind of what the play looks like. Obviously, your user is going to have to kind of get more over here to the right side. But this little 4-man blitz is one of the best 4-man blitzes in the game. This video, I'm going to be breaking down the dollar blitz in Madden 26. What you want to do is have auto flip off in your coaching adjustments and defensive motion response. You want to disable that. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go into the 9-3-2, and you are going to pick the play cover 4 quarters. And all you're going to do to set the splits up is you're going to shift your linebackers to the left, move this guy in between the guard and the tackle. And this is kind of the simplest way to run it. And you'll see here that for the most part, this will still be a nice little loop for you on that right side. Now, a little bit more of an advanced variation of this where you're actually making some adjustments to your defensive line would be to do something like this. You're going to shift those linebackers over, move him into that spot, and then you're going to slant your line to the right. You're going to QB contain, and you're going to re-blitz this defensive end on the left side. And what you'll see is that makes this loop a little bit more consistent. The dime 146 is one of the best defenses in Madden every single year. And in this video, we're going to be showing you how to run it in Madden 26. What you want to do is you want to go into the play cross three fire or cross three fire here. You do want to turn auto flip off when running this defense, and you're just simply going to QB contain, and that's pretty much it from a setup perspective. If you want to, you can re-blitz this defensive end on the left side. From there, you can kind of hover in this general area with your user and do whatever adjustments it is that you want to do. And you're going to see that you are going to loop right around that guard for pressure on the quarterback.